Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies. Chapter 3. The Valuation Process, page 30. Case study number 10. As discussed on the preceding slide, you should be very careful in how you handle personal property assignments. Consider the situation, and yes, it is a true story that an appraiser in one of my classes experienced. George was asked to form an opinion of market value of a residential site and home being purchased. Mentioned in the purchase agreement was the fact that a very large, elaborate chandelier in the foyer was included in the purchase. This would be expected normally, since a chandelier typically becomes a fixture by attachment and therefore part of the real estate when it is permanently installed. In this case, the chandelier received specific attention in the purchase agreement because the listing information had stated that this fixture was very rare and very valuable, worth over $100,000. The purchase price for the property was approximately $600,000. Upon examining the property for the appraisal, George realized that there was no way for him to readily determine the true quality, origin, and value of the chandelier, since the owners had no documentation or appraisal of the item on hand. Even though this item was a fixture and therefore part of the dwelling, as far as he knew, it was just a light fixture, nothing more and nothing less. Certainly, he might have taken a different course, such as requiring an appraisal of the chandelier, but he chose to treat the light fixture just like any other that might be picked up at the local home improvements or lighting store. His appraisal report acknowledged the claims made by the seller and listing agent as to the significance and value of the chandelier, but he went on to say that he had given no special value consideration to the fixture because he was not competent in the appraisal of special high value items such as this. Given the circumstances, I am not certain that George's course of action was the best one to take. I believe that given the prominence of this fixture in the listing and contract, a required appraisal of the fixture by a qualified appraiser might have been the best course of action. On the other hand, the course of action he did take, treating the fixture like an ordinary light fixture, even if not the best decision, was better than simply taking the sellers at their word and affording this fixture significant contributory value. Now, for the rest of the story. Several months after the purchase, the new owners did have the light fixture appraised, and they were very upset to find that the chandelier was not rare or valuable. It was just very big and actually fairly ugly. George told me, guess who got sued? Everyone. Fortunately, because George had clearly disclosed in the appraisal report his approach to the contributory value for the chandelier, That is to say, he gave it no significant contributory value. He emerged from the litigation unscathed. The moral of the story is this: when dealing with a complex property due to significant non-realty items, or as in this case, even fixtures by attachments, make sure you recognize the limits of your knowledge and expertise. Rely on other experts as necessary and utilize their conclusions in your appraisal. Or specifically, exclude items from the appraisal process and recommend that the client seek out a qualified appraiser for those personal or intangible property items. End of page.